Should we just get right into fucking 7 and just start busting nuts all over the place, or what, dude?
We need to get it out of the way before fucking Finn comes in.
Yeah,
before I played it like 13 times.
Maybe before he ruins everything. I'm actually going to take another shot and so much excitement because that's how much.
5 or 8 times he's played.
All right, so I'm going to start with this. I was definitely nowhere near disappointed with the reveal at E3. It was definitely plenty. I was definitely happy with what we were told so far, what we've been shown. I will say, it's definitely crazy that Midgar alone is taking up 2 fucking Blu-rays.
2 Blu-rays. The only
so
other
what do you guys think about that? I've watched so many fucking videos on YouTube, so I'll let you guys fucking talk.
They are going to have to expand the shit out of Midgar, which I'm excited for, because Midgar is this huge fuck-off city, and you get 1.5 sectors you get to explore?
It's like 7 and 8, right?
6 and 7, I think, right? Because isn't Aerith in the Sector 6 slums? Isn't her house in Sector 6?
I think that's 6.
I think it's 6 and 7.
And then 7's where you do when you dress up, right?
Tifa's bar is in 7.
Yeah, 7th Heaven.
Yeah.
So no. So where do you go training then?
Wall Street is or Wall Market is in 7 as well, I think. Maybe, or maybe it's Wall Market in 6.
Why do I?
I don't think you ever go anywhere outside of.
No,
Sector 6
there's
and
3
7.
different sections. There's the
Sector
section
5 too, right?
Sector 5 is where the exit is.
Okay. Oh, okay. Wait.
So is that the Wall Market where Sector 5 is?
No, I think
where you climb up
Wall Market is
and out
also
of
Sector 6. It's been a while since I played it, but I don't think you get out of
some nerds.
2.
We are, huh?
Yeah,
fucking this whole thing up. But I want to say it's 3 different sections because you got the sector near Aerith's house.
Do you blow up the Mako reactor in Sector 8 then? Maybe the first Mako reactor.
And you obviously never see that sector because all those people die and everything like that.
But even
how
then,
fucked is that, huh? They just decide to just let all those people die. Like, oh, well, fuck the innocents.
They're doing it for the environment.
Yeah, which I get that.
They're fucking terrorists.
They're all
it's okay.
That's basically what it is.
Start the game as fucking terrorists. Yeah. I mean, let's be.
Oh, by the way, don't slam on the table. A lot of chicks. The camera. No, it's okay. I didn't tell you anything at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess fucking one of you guys get your thoughts in about
I mean, do you want to go first or?
Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead.
Be like Hefe. Get that mic right to your face.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. That really does matter as much as.
Okay.
So I remember the PS3 tech demo, like whenever the fuck that was.
2015, I think.
No,
that was right.
That
was right.
2015 is when they announced the actual remake, right?
He's talking about the PS3 tech demo that
which was like 2007.
Yeah, that's when nothing was concrete at all. They were just fucking with us, basically.
That's probably the hardest I've ever been in my life.
I was like, he's gonna make a funny penis joke, or he's gonna actually. Yeah, I mean, let Jesse talk, and then one of us can respond, so there's no dead air.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember just thinking about that and being like, wow, this is amazing, but it's never gonna happen, right? Like, they're never gonna do it. And there's all these stories, like 10 years passed. Oh yeah, they're never gonna do it. And then 2015 came, and we realized they were doing it.
It was like what, fucking 5 in the morning or something. You're like, dude, stop masturbating in the bathroom and talk to me right now. And you show me that fucking minute-long video.
And then
you
masturbated more.
Yeah.
I'm glad I waited.
Dude, hold this for me. Let me watch.
And yeah, seeing that, it was amazing, but there was still something like, that's where I was like, had all that anxiety and worry of like, this looks like it might suck. Like, Square might ruin this. The voice acting, like, we're doing it for the planet. Or whatever, like Wedge or whatever.
I think, wasn't that Jesse or was it Wedge?
It was Wedge, yeah.
Yeah, he sounded like a fucking chick.
Yeah, it was so.
I haven't watched that one in a while. I've just watched the new one, like
because the new one.
The E3 conference. I think I've watched like 7 times. I think maybe 8 is my count so far.
Honestly, I can't even watch it anymore just because I'm so overwhelmed and realizing that we have to wait like 9 months.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
We do have to wait a long time, but at least there's
9 months.
The fact that there's an exact release date and we were able to pre-order.
Yeah,
I'm still fucking stuck. Gives me plenty of time to save up for that PS4 I still don't have.
To wrap it up, I was really impressed, and I was so impressed that I bought the first class edition. Cost me about $400.
That's insanity.
Yeah, I did not. I got the $80 one.
Loser,
I also got the $80 one, which is the same exact thing minus the
figure.
What is it? Carbuncle and then fucking
and the figure.
Yeah,
the motorcycle.
Which I really wanted to be able to like build a shelf and throw it in here somewhere, but not for $300.
If it was Tifa, I would have pre-ordered.
I'll let you borrow it. The fuck thing is, this is the first episode. I'm assuming there's going to be like 4 or 5. If they're expanding Midgar this much, then they have to expand the rest of the game in the same amount, I'm assuming. So there's going to be like 5 episodes at least. by the end of this thing, I'm gonna be spending like $2,000 on one fucking game.
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna
Not
do
one
like
game,
that crazy.
but-
Wow, imagine if they do a figure for every single
I think
episode.
they might. If this one, because this one's sold out. I mean, why
Yeah.
wouldn't they?
It's
You know what I'm
selling.
saying? Like it's
Fucking
sold out.
already
You
sold.
can't pre-order it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's all gone.
Well, maybe the
check-
one with the bike.
yeah, that's what I
bike.
mean. The first class one, they'll do a figure for everyone.
Well, the
I don't know if they'll do that many though. Like I kind of I was texting you about it. I think that they're doing it this large to start because it's Midgar. I don't know if they'll
You
do
think
the
so?
rest
You
of the
think they're
game.
all of a sudden gonna just backtrack and stop expanding on
They're
things?
not going to. I think they're going to keep expanding it, but I don't think they're going to expand the rest of the game to the equivalent of how much they're expanding Midgar.
I don't know, man.
Like they're not going to expand Midgar this much and then expand Calm that much and then maybe Gold Saucer, but like they'll expand like the important places, but I don't think they're going to expand everything to the because I mean if you
which
look
I'm honestly okay with. I don't know if this should turn into like a fucking 600-hour game.
Exactly. Like I think like they're expanding on Midgar because A, it's iconic. B, I mean they can revisit it later down the line.
and you do obviously
yeah.
for
And
multiple
C,
reasons. So
I think I just kind of get the feeling
I guess it does make sense the fact that they expanded Midgar and like you're saying you bring it up, you do go back.
Yeah.
You go back a couple
And
times.
The
so.
other thing that I think is going to kind of change it is like they're expanding Midgar. I mean, if you compare what they're expanding Midgar to from what it was in the original game, they're probably expanding it like 600%. They're not going to expand the whole game that much. They might expand everything else like 250%.
Yeah,
That's why I think I
makes
don't know
sense.
if they'll quite go as hard. I think they're trying to also get off on the right foot and be like, no, we're serious about this. This is what we're doing. And then
You like to hit the table a lot, huh?
Yeah, sorry. I'm a half
It's okay.
Italian.
I was
Hey.
supposed to fucking I had to build stands for the cameras, so and that's my fault.
I talk with my hands a lot.
Yeah.
So
You actually talk with the table, is what you do. You're like, I love Final Fantasy VII.
yeah.
Do it again. You're like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't
But yeah, I think that
Earthquake in Hamburg.
they're gonna expand the rest of the game. I just don't know if it's gonna be the same volume of expansion per. Like they'll do it more obviously for the important parts of the game, but everything in between, I don't think it's gonna be as expanded because they are gonna have to flesh out the world. There's not gonna be like Midgar, and then what are you gonna run in wheel time like 700 miles to fucking
wheel
Calm?
time as in wheelbarrow or real time?
Real time. Like
I got a
mean,
bunch
if you
of
look at
balls.
the distance between like Midgar and
I'm about to take a
Calm,
wheel shot.
Like, what are you going to run that far? And there's just going to be nothing around. Like, the Final Fantasy VII world map was very barren.
What do you think that's going to be like? What do you think when you
I
get out of
actually
Midgar, the
partially
world
think
map
that
hits?
they're going to just ditch the world map in general.
Nah, they can't.
Well,
That
they'll
would be-
make it
that would
open
be
world,
upset.
but I don't think they're going to have it like be the world. They'll probably have the same perspective and have you actually run around. I mean, they have to.
No, I think. I mean, look.
You think they're going to go to like some type of overhead? Well, see, that's the thing. How was 15?
I don't
Because I still
consider
haven't played
Final
15
Fantasy
yet.
15 having a world map. That's what I'm kind of saying.
Yeah, 15 was just open ass world, and but you had a car though. That's the one thing. Like I don't.
What if you
They
just
might have to. They might have to
bikes?
give you like the buggy.
Yeah, I think,
early.
or just keep the motorcycle.
Or
outside
you
of
could keep the
Midgar.
motorcycle on that little blue fucking three-wheel.
Because that's clearly coming into play before the motorcycle game, right after
Yeah,
you're about to
'cause you
finish off
see-
Midgar.
You're
You
on it
see
with
them
Jesse.
in a tunnel with Jesse. So I'm assuming they're gonna make
Yo, Cloud-
Midgar open world,
Cloud straight pimp, dude.
dude.
He is.
He's already. First off, like Jesse, that was like a quick thing in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
And then she fucking,
Yeah.
then she croaks. That's a wrap. That sector falls. They blow that one up. And they're like, no, Avalanche did it. And then she's out, right? She's like, and then he's like, well, man,
AMF.
never got to come on her, right? So then Ares comes in the picture and shit,
Well,
and he's like,
Tifa and
Yeah,
well, yeah, but
Hey,
Thanks for the host.
Now,
Let's
Keith.
see where this relationship is going.
from fucking work or whatever. He's like,
thanks,
cleaning
pal.
The kitchen.
Thanks for the host. Yeah. So then they, and then but they see bringing Tifa. Oh, blah blah. Remember your promise or whatever.
she looks
My
fucking
tits are gigantic.
sexy, by the way.
She looks really good. It looks sick. It looks good. There were actually because Night Sky Prince or whatever you turned me on to that guy.
Yeah,
his
yeah.
videos are good. I was watching another one today, and that he kind of went into that for 2 minutes, like
Her boobs?
without saying boobs. He like talked about him, and I'm like, man, people really give a shit, huh?
Dude, it's
I don't.
blowing up the internet right now.
I don't understand why, because they had to, with the way they're styling the game, they had to make her more realistically proportioned.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
couldn't go into the game having her look like that.
He made a good
then.
point. He was like, the wall market though, when she's in the dress, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, in the dress, I mean, she's not gonna have that sports bra on, I imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's the argument is that she's just got a better sports bra.
She has
these
to,
days.
and she's got like a more
She's a
tactical
martial
skirt.
artist.
Like she has
A
to be.
tactical
It
skirt.
is like if you look at it, it's not just like that's what I
The
call it.
nerdical.
It's a tactical skirt. It's like not
tactical
like
skirt.
a leather mini skirt. It's like it's got like slits in it so she can move.
It's probably one of those skirts that has like shorts, like a short pair of shorts underneath.
probably does.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Obviously, you know what I mean?
definitely see shots upskirt.
Imagine it though if it's like one of
in
those
the
like weird
trailer.
like windmill kicks during like one of her limit breaks, and it's just like cooter. Or something,
see
you know?
it. She does a little quick little thing. Trust me, I looked.
Yeah,
in the
You're
trailer.
like I was watching Beating Off for days, man.
It's definitely just black shorts.
Yeah,
under there.
Square is not one for like upskirt shots in their games.
It's weird because
They
they're
get
Japanese,
close.
so pretty sure they're all about that, like sharking and fucking
Yeah.
just abusing women on the streets and taping
Like
it. And
even
like,
in like Nier, when you try to get like an upskirt, it's actually a trophy. If you, try to
try
get an
to?
upskirt at New 2B,
Oh
she like
yeah,
kicks
I heard
the
about
camera.
that. Yeah.
what Nier Automata? or
Yeah,
whatever?
like if you try to like angle it so you get upskirt, she'll like kind of like turn and look, and she'll kick the camera's like this little robot.
That's actually kind of funny.
It's
that's
it's
fucking
actually a
great.
trophy in the game.
Yeah.
But that like Square doesn't really push for that kind of stuff. So they're gonna do something with Tifa where you're not gonna be able to get a fucking panty shot or anything.
No.
You stoked on the mixed battle system with still having the ATB in there? The
Oh,
fucking
absolutely. I think it's
hybrid.
great. I think it's
Yeah.
a great mix of modern combat with touching in with the classic. The only thing I'm not crazy about is the fact that Braver's not a limit break anymore.
Yeah, they did that weird, but I think it's gonna be great. I think it's like the level 1 limits.
There's
are
probably
gonna
gonna be
your
more
special
limits, too.
attacks. Yeah, I don't
I
know. Well,
guess. 8 isn't enough.
I think all the level 2 limits. So like cross slash, whatever the other one.
Yeah, but Meteor Rain was a level 1. Meteor Rain needs to be a fucking limit break. They
That's
can't have
true.
that just be a regular
Okay,
attack.
then they'll probably pick and choose them.
Yeah.
Cross beam or whatever it
Cross
was.
slash.
No, the one
Oh,
where you,
Blade
like,
Beam?
Blade beam. Yeah. I feel like that might be like a special attack, something you
Probably.
can just spam. But
Yeah, it's definitely. Oh man.
But then,
so
like,
many
not every character
possibilities.
has, like, how would they, I mean, granted, it's way down the line, but how would you do Vincent and, like
yeah, or like Tifa with her slots.
Kate Sith only has the 2?
Yeah, that's.
Like, they're going to have to obviously expand on those characters, but obviously they're not going to care right now because it's only going to be the 4 characters majority. Maybe
Yeah.
Red 13 because he gets implemented late.
Oh yeah,
but-
he'll be in it.
That's crazy. I mean, it makes sense that you didn't get to see him yet, I guess.
because he shows up at the end of Midgar.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
so
he
I don't
does.
think he's going to have that large of a role.
Oh, you know what? I think it might be like one of those things, like the point of no return. You hit somewhere in the Shinra building, or maybe even before you go in the Shinra building. Because I'm saying, I'm thinking Midgar's going to be open world. Then you go in the Shinra building, and you can't go back out. So like you could grind and shit to level 99 with the 4 characters, and then once you get in the Shinra building, yeah, you get Red 13, but you can't go back out and like.
They might not
go
even
fuck
make Red
around in
13
Midgar.
playable initially, like because you get him so
Yeah.
late. He might be like a guest character, and then he'll be playable in the next episode or something like that.
Yeah.
Because it kind of feels weird with the style that their game they're going with to introduce a whole character that late in.
That's really
Midgar.
true. See, yeah, I don't know though. I think there's gonna be like 4 or 5 parts still. Like, first part ends when you leave Midgar. Second part ends when you fight Genova on the boat. Third part when.
Damn, that's it, huh? Just like that's only like literally
Yeah,
2
I don't
or
know
3
if you
cities.
could fill a whole game with just Calm to Junon.
How could you fill a whole game with Midgar? It was like 5 to 7
Midgar
hours
has
in the
a
original.
the thing is though, Midgar has a lot more in it that you know is there that you.
Yeah.
can
I
get
wonder
to
if you're gonna be
explore.
able to go to the other fucking
You got like
5 or 6 sectors, man.
I mean, how
That's-
else are they
yeah.
going to expand it? Like, you have to.
they're gonna give you the bike early, and you're gonna be able to travel between sectors.
And the sectors are obviously going to be bigger. I mean, more than just, 2 or 3 screens a piece like they were in the original game.
yeah.
But
Well, yeah.
I'm fucking stoked for, like, the boss fights. They look
Yeah.
so ridiculous.
Shit's
Yeah,
gonna
and it
be-
looks like
Wall
they're doing
Scorpion
good
or
that
Guard
they-
Scorpion jumping off the wall and shit. Like, I can just imagine, like, Reno fighting him on top of the pillar.
the demon wall.
The
Lost
Demon Wall
Number.
later.
Oh my
But
god.
I'm talking about, like,
they're
mostly just the
they're
ones in
adding
the-
new ones that they said.
Well, they
as well.
obviously have to because Midgar has, 6 bosses? 7? It's not a whole lot.
There's no way I'm getting that number out.
There's not a whole lot. There's a handful. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the Scorpion, the Airbuster, and then Apps,
Apps.
Reno.
Is that really it? No, there's gotta be another
Rufus is one, but he's like the last one. I mean, you fight the guy with Red 13, the pumpkin.
Well, no, he's the second to last one if you don't count that big machine, right?
The machine is. I mean, it
Night
was
Sky
like a
Prince was
boss,
thinking
but
we're gonna end up fighting a fucking
Sephiroth.
a Sephiroth clone.
possibly because they are definitely introducing a weird version of Sephiroth. And
Yeah, he's
forgot what
coming
they-
in early.
I forgot what they called it, but they named those shadows that float around Ares and clouds something.
See, I think that that's just for me. I'm kind of theorizing that that's the visual representation of her hearing the voices of the ancients, like the voices of the planet.
they called it. There's a name to them. Somebody officially from Square like tweeted out the
Oh.
name or whatever.
I didn't
The
see
Night Sky
that.
Prince. I don't know where he gets the info from, and I don't know why we're not getting it. But he's like showing like tweets and legitimate stuff from like interviews because now that it's like released and everything, like shit's just officially coming out from people at Square, and they're saying all kinds.
They have
of stuff.
to. I mean, they're on a timer now.
Yeah. So, I mean, the fact that they didn't even show Red 13, but you would assume that he should be in this episode, quote unquote.
But yeah, if they
You know,
only if they only have like 8 or 9 bosses in Midgard, like they're gonna have to. If the Midgard's 2 discs, they're gonna have to have at least 15.
And they did say
And they're gonna have to have optional ones too, because that's Square's MO. They're gonna have to have optional content.
they did say it would help the fact that it started, but at the same time they said not necessarily at all because you got to think about it's brand new environments for every
Midgard
episode.
is definitely differently styled than the rest of the world, which is a fair point. But at
Yeah.
least they'll have like the battle system will be down, the character animations will be
Yeah.
pretty easy, the models will be down.
Like, yeah, it'll save probably a little bit of time, but I would guess, if I had to guess, I would say easily 2 years in between the episodes.
yeah, which is crazy. My nephew's gonna be like in fucking college by the time this game is fucking done.
yeah, it's
He's 8.
something's gonna be crazy. Yeah, something's gonna be crazy.
We're gonna be playing this game for a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's gonna be if ever like it just looks so good. Like I've had a couple friends who were like, "I'm really not that impressed." I'm like, "How could you not be impressed?"
Wow.
And you call these
Fuck's
people
wrong with
friends,
it? Yeah.
huh?
Yeah,
Definitely.
actually, it was the one I just went to his fucking wedding. Like I just don't know how you could not be.
And you
impressed.
gave him what, $150, and
I'm
him
not
and his wife
discussing
get
that.
divorced in 6 months.
I
It's
was
a whole
in the
mess.
wedding party, so it was more than that.
Sounds like you need to cut
yeah.
those people out of your life.
I should like I know like the first podcast I was on, I kind of like came at you a little bit with the whole Final Fantasy VII thing, but it's like Final Fantasy VII is not a bad game by
It's
any
so
means.
good.
It is a very
No way.
good game.
I must have drinking that memory away because I would still be
I
angry about that
I
if
initially said
remember.
it was a little overrated, and I do still think that there are people on the planet who do overrate it a bit, but it's not like a bad it's still in my top 5 Final Fantasies. It's not a bad game.
Here's what I think
whatsoever.
about it. I think if you played it when it came out when you were like in 5th or 6th grade, it can't be overrated. It's physically impossible for what that game did when it came out for it to be overrated because it broke a shit ton of
Oh, yeah, it did.
barriers.
It was
dude.
very
You were going
influential.
from like the same NES, fucking SNES, PlayStation 1,
16-bit.
or it's all that still same 16-bit fuck, and all of a sudden it was just like, whoa, what, and the fucking.
I mean, yeah, it was very groundbreaking and everything, and it's fantastic in that way. I think it also just depends on what, like, when you're breaking into the genre, what was your first big attachment to an RPG? Mine was not Final Fantasy VII.
Mine was
Your guys' was. So it's like I understand that to an extent. Like,
You know what? Actually, my very, very first RPG obsession was Super Mario RPG.
well, I mean, it's a fantastic game.
But it 7 shit all over that. Like, Mario RPG let me build up and get into and understand 7 at that age, and then 7 just like took over my life for like that entire time.
I mean,
period.
for me, it was just different because for me, it was Chrono Trigger, and I can't have anything go up to that level. But Final Fantasy VII it's just.
But
like,
that is also a very
Yeah.
fucking tastic
Exactly.
game.
it's a tough
Like,
one.
I don't even ever hear anybody shit on that game ever.
No, it's great. And I don't want to get too off topic, but like just to
Yeah.
compare it, like Final Fantasy VII at the time was a very good game, and it looks like they're just improving it in every fucking facet, like everything.
It's basically
there's
a brand new
no-
game.
There's nothing in it that's going to be a downgrade.
I really hope like the dialogue that we're familiar with, which it seems like it so far, like
Yeah.
certain pieces of content that we've heard seem like all straight out of the game, and then obviously they're going to add stuff, which is fine. But I hope they do a good job of keeping like familiarity into it and like nostalgia and stuff like that while making it fucking
Yeah.
sick. I understand that it's it's action based now, but then they're doing 50-50. You could stop and decide what you want to do. You could switch between characters whenever you want. That's fucking awesome. I understand like it's going to be the gigantic upgrade and they have to do that and whatever. And I'm all for that. I'm fine. I just like, what's the point if you're not feeling like, holy shit, I'm like
Yeah,
8,
but-
but I'm 32. You know what I mean?
On the flip
Like,
side, it's not going to be a commercial success unless they endear it to people who never played it before. Like, they do have to market it to both audiences, because if they only market it towards people who have played Final Fantasy VII in the past, it's not going to make enough money. Like
Yeah,
that's
no,
my concern. Like it will
No,
sell
but-
very
but-
well, but with the
But
investment that they're
7
putting
sold
into it,
so well, and if you think all
at the time, yes, but I mean, how like you
Yeah.
can't just equate one for one that everybody who's played it is going to buy the new one. There are people who are going to be interested in it that are just not going to be able to afford a PlayStation 4 to buy it. Like, I mean, those are real concerns for some people. Like, some people are just not going to be able to buy it. Like, they have to broaden the audience for it to ensure that it is a commercial grand slam. Because of
Yeah.
the amount of time, effort, and money that they're putting
Yeah.
into it,
I would just be very surprised. If,
I would be shocked too, but that's like my one concern that it might not like maybe because they've done like people are gonna see remake on the title and be like, oh, it's just like a remake. I'm not even gonna look at it, and it's
Yeah.
like they kind of have to try to avoid that stigma and they have
Yeah.
to try to get as many people into it as possible.
Yeah,
so I
that's
understand
true.
why they're kind of expanding it to more than just nostalgia, is what I'm saying.
Do me a favor, Raw.
Did I hit the
Nerdicle.
camera off?
No,
track?
you're good. I want you to like from the boom, just lift up a smidge. Just go up.
This?
But not your mic, the camera, because Jesse's head's cut off a little bit. Just
Oh.
a little bit up. That's
It didn't.
a little. No, it went up a little bit. Little more. A little more. Perfect.
Yeah,
now
that's
push
Gucci.
it
Oh, jeez.
a little away from you.
I'm not a camera guy.
Poor
Actually, no,
Nerdicle.
towards you, a little towards you. A little more. That's it. You're good.
Nice.
Perfect.
I'm
Thank you.
not a camera guy.
What was I going to say? What do you think is going to happen? And I'll say my idea real quick before I forget it. between episodes, I would have to think they're not going to make you. They're not going to force you to play a previous episode. There's no way.
They're gonna have
So
to-
I think you're gonna. I think you're gonna. You might have a basic like. You start the second episode on level whatever.
Yeah.
Have a certain amount of materia that you should have had that like you can't miss. Maybe you can do some side quests that are available if you're starting a brand new game and not bringing a previous save that lets you get other shit from the previous episode or something. I mean, which seems actually really complicated now that I'm saying that. But like,
Yeah.
how are they going to bring you in from one episode to another? That's a fucking huge thing. They did that with Mass Effect, right?
Yeah,
See,
but
the thing
everything
about-
carried over.
No, Mass Effect did not.
Really?
Yeah, so the common conception
Well,
of Mass Effect is that everything carries over.
But no, I thought they.
The stuff that carries over are your decisions in the game. I want to like say it without spoiling it, but it means Mass Effect 2. It's how many years old? At
I'll
the
spoil the shit out of it.
the
I
start of
really
Ma-
want to play those
at
games,
the
but there's
start
no way
of
I'm ever
Mass
going to have
Effect
the time.
2, they kill Commander Shepard.
Okay.
So they kill her. For me, it was a girl. They kill her off, and then they revive her with some kind of like necromancy thing. So that's how they explain you starting with a fresh character. Nothing carries over as far as your experience, your skills, equipment,
Really?
anything. Because
Oh,
that's
but it
how
was
they kind of
just your
got around
decisions.
it. Your decisions.
Now, what'd you do with 3?
I don't completely remember what they did with 3 because 3 was not as good.
Uh-huh.
But I know for 2, that's kind of how they got around it because like your major decisions and how they impacted the world and how the world progressed were carried over. And if you didn't have a save, they had like a kind of like miniature graphic novel where they did touch on all the important things and you got to make a decision for each one before you started the game. I hit the microphone.
Okay.
But that's how they kind of got around it. But they're not going to be able to do that with this game. Like they're going to have to try to balance allowing people to carry over all of their progress and bringing new players in because you're right. There's going to be players who are
That
going to
just
go into the second.
Start on
Apparently they-
episode 2.
One of those Night Sky Prince videos said that they are going to have things that you answer certain questions and certain decisions you make will change certain things story wise. Apparently,
and that'll be easy for them to do. But I'm talking about like your experience.
yeah,
and
but
your
how is that
theory
going to
and
carry
everything.
what we're talking about? Is episode to episode? How are they going to take all those choices you made if in
They can
fact
do
they
it
matter?
similar to Mass Effect, where they just have like if you didn't play it, you can click on an option. And it'll be like
They
let's
just have
play
the
like a
prelude
graphic novel
playing the
that
whole
kinda,
time and you answer
it's like a
questions?
recap of the first game, and it'll be like every time that there's a major issue, it'll stop and it'll allow
That'd
you
be
to choose.
that'd be good. Like if you start a new game, it's like an hour or two of the
With Mass
of the first episode where you just replay it and just hit important parts or something.
With Mass
maybe?
Effect, it was like literally
No.
like 8 minutes. Like it was really quick. It only like touched
Well,
on.
I'm saying like maybe
They'll
if,
recap it, yeah. But like they're going to carry over save data for sure.
They have to, but they have to do it in a way where they're not going to hinder people who don't have save.
Yeah.
Especially if
Well, it's not like
game's
it's an online game, so who gives a shit? Like, that's not going to matter. Like, if you bust your ass the first episode, like, if you decide you want to be an asshole and hit 99 in Midgar, I don't see why you shouldn't be able to bring it over. You spent a lot of time doing
But
it.
what, like the thing is like
Unless
if
they
you-
warn you, they should warn you. Like you can
That's
keep
true.
going here if you
Here's
want,
the-
but we are only letting you bring over to level 30 to episode 2 or something. Like
Here's the-
I would be pissed if I spent a shitload of fucking gameplay
getting a
just
99.
leveling,
Yeah.
just out of boredom or having fun with the game, and then I can't carry it over to the second.
Well, they have
episode.
to make it, but they also have to give players an option because if you don't, what are you going to start at level 1 when the game's balanced around you being at like what level 35?
30 something.
No. There's two options here. You start
3.
Let's just say the second episode, right? You start it brand new, or you carry over your save game. I'm talking about carrying over the same game right now.
Yeah.
If you're starting a brand new game in the second episode, like I'm just jumping in because I'm a fucking idiot, right? You're one of those
They
assholes.
have to, but they have to plan for that.
And they do. You're gonna have to start at. I just keep using level 30 as a base, but you start at level 30. You start with a certain amount of material you definitely like would have picked up along the way, or you should have, or whatever. Maybe you can do some things, or answer some questions, or do some little couple mini games they set up or something to get certain things. Like you're gonna start at a certain point. Like you're gonna start on a certain level with a certain amount of items. Or whatever, like obviously they have to do that.
Yeah.
What other? I mean, can you think of another way they would be able to do
but
it?
it's going to be really difficult for them to balance it. Like they're going to have to figure it out, and I'm sure they have no idea what they're doing at this point. They've actually said
definitely
that
don't.
Yeah.
They just they're like
they're
we're
just
focusing
fucking
on
They're like,
episode
well, you're
1.
lucky you're getting this game in
Yeah.
March.
They're like, we'll figure everything else out later. We're only focusing on this, and they're gonna have to. There's gonna be a lot of crap that they're gonna have to iron out after this game releases.
Yeah. Well, I think they can go out of it, do it one of 3 ways. First off, in the first episode, you have a level cap. They stop you at 35. That's all you fucking do.
I think that would be a good idea. By the way,
A good?
I think it would be a good idea.
Either a level cap or a warning that you can't carry anything
like
past
the
this
warning.
level.
I really
Because
do
if you
like
still
the
decide
warning.
you want to play more just for the
Oh.
fuck of it
Yeah, or
and
just
keep leveling,
or
or
even just a warning that says like, hey, if you go past this level, the next episode is going to be ruined for you. It's going to be way too easy or some shit. Like, even if they just throw that at you, I would be like, yeah, that's cool. Okay, level 99.
Yeah, no, that's I hear you.
The second thing they can do, well, I mean, they could just say, fuck it, let you get it to 99, let you go to the next episode, you're level 99 the whole rest of the game or whatever. Or maybe you can go past 99 since that's like a kind of antiquated thing. And then the third option would be to let you do whatever you want in the first episode. You can get to level 99. You start the second episode, you're at level 35. Maybe your materia carries over. Maybe the AP that you put in the materia will carry over. But I think they might reset the level back
Well,
down to like 30.
if they're gonna do that, they might as well just have a level cap.
Yeah,
Like
right.
if they're gonna
Yes.
arbitrarily make you start at the same level anyway, like why not? Like just have a level cap because why give people the impression that you're gonna be able to get further in the game and then not carry it over? Like they might as well just stop you from grinding at that point.
But then,
Or maybe they can work out the experience to where it literally means nothing to you at a certain point, to where it would take like hundreds
Oh.
of hours to.
what if?
Like once you hit level 30, something that gave you 100 experience now gives you like 2, and literally there's no point to grind or
Or-
level up because it's not doing anything for
The
you.
other thing
That's
is-
another option.
the other
to where
thing-
you can still grind and fight if you want, but it's not actually pushing you really. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I just thought of something too.
Oh, I was gonna say they could do something like, I know it's kind of weird because it's a different genre, but they could do something like Diablo 3 did, where once you hit the level cap, you still gain experience, but you gain like a different type of level.
Oh yeah, like
with the Paragon
paradigms
levels.
or
So then you
Paragon.
gain Paragon levels, and you can put those levels into stats, but you're not actually raising your actual character.
Yeah, or they could do what like Fallout and Elder Scrolls does, where the whole world levels up with you.
Don't even get me started on that.
Yeah, I know it's a shit mechanic.
I
but-
really
one
hope
of-
they don't do that.
That is, what, trust me, you're gonna hear about it later because that's one of my rants about Final Fantasy VIII.
oh fuck.
8
yeah.
did that?
8 had your enemies level up with you, yes, and I will rant about it later because it's bullshit.
Yeah. I guess we're still focusing on 7, right?
I'm trying not to like
sucks.
deviate from the topic because
Nah,
it's
yeah.
Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
But honestly, if I had to pinpoint one specific thing I'm disappointed about, no Yuffie and Vincent in the first game. I'm very, very
That
upset.
does
about it.
hurt.
Well, I mean, they don't show up in Midgar.
Yeah, exactly,
So-
and I understand that, but I am a huge Yuffie fan, and
You
I'm
don't see
very-
Vince until fucking
You can get him.
a decent chunk in the game.
I mean, it's still the first disc, but yeah, I mean, you have to get the Nibelheim first.
Yeah, but if you
can
really,
get Yuffie a lot earlier.
if you really line up how much time the first disc is compared to the second
And third.
because
especially
the
the
third you
third
get
is
onto the
hot.
third disc and you go to the northern cave.
Yeah, you have optional stuff you can do, but other than that, I mean, it's just
Yeah.
like storyline wise, the third disc is
Yeah,
like
it's basically the first disc, which is like 75% of the story, and
Yeah.
the second's like 25, and then
The
third disc is like, do what you want.
Second disc is all fucking FMVs.
Yeah.
And then the third disc is just
it is
optional content.
because Cloud's in a wheelchair for most of it. But.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Nibelheim or whatever the hell you would
I mean,
pronounce
it is a pretty good point, but I
exactly
mean,
how.
you get there before you go to Rocket Town. You get there before you go to the Temple of the Ancients. You get there before you go to like Bone Village and stuff. I mean, there's still a pretty good chunk left.
Yeah.
But it is going to be kind of weird because you can get Yuffie really early after you get on Midgar. Like I think right before Junon, I think is
Right
the earliest
before
you can
Junon,
get her.
Yeah.
Obviously, she doesn't really do shit until the whole Wutai thing, but. I'm very upset because I'm like so excited in this new battle system to play as the different characters and
It's
how
going to
they're
be cool that you can switch on a whim and then
they're all going to be
and then
different.
go turn based whenever you want. I do like that.
But also because they're all different. I mean, Yuffie, you can just
Yeah.
picture her throwing her fucking throwing star and doing all this ninja shit. Red 13 like running up and fucking
It's
kicking
going to be
shit and doing
insane, dude.
somersaults.
It's going to look so good. The game looks ridiculous,
Yeah,
bro.
the way they really fucking made each character their own. Like, yeah, in the first game or in the original, you could fucking the only difference was their limit breaks between any character. Everything was exactly the same.
Yeah.
In this
Which
one,
is
they all
one
have
of the
like
things I don't like about it.
yeah, they in this one they all it seems like they're all so very unique. Like in the
Yeah.
OG, I fucking I like never really liked Tifa as a character. Like, yeah, big old.
I
titties.
actually really liked Tifa as a character.
I didn't like her limit. It was just always annoying on a chance. Fucking,
That was one of the only ones you could do the fucking multiple hits of quad 9 though.
Yep. Her, Yuffie, Red 13, and Sid.
And Cloud.
And Cloud, obviously, but I mean, Omnislash was fucking overpowered as shit.
Yeah,
Which
no, my
should,
party.
Omnislash should be ridiculous in this fucking
Oh
game.
God, dude.
Yeah, everything should stop and shit should go
The
wild.
other thing I'm also excited about is fucking seeing summons and how they do summons.
Dude, how are they gonna do summons? They were so amazing in 15. Like,
I know. They're going to have to take what they did in 15 and just dial it up.
I really hope they fucking do. Like, I wanted whatever. Like,
But the other thing is you don't actually get summons in the original game until after Midgar, but obviously they're changing that because
yeah,
you get them as
you're
part of
gonna
like,
get
the pre-order.
summons in Midgar. But say you get fucking Choco
You're
Mog.
getting summons, and then you're also. I thought it was great that they realized baking it. Oh, if we're making the entire game about Midgar, we can't wait until after Midgar to give Cloud his second fucking weapon.
Yeah.
Because Cloud didn't get another weapon besides the Buster Sword until Calm in the original game.
No, he. You could steal the. What was it? The Heart Edge.
You could steal it. I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah,
in
and the
Shinra
train
building from
not-
third. No, Shinra
Oh no,
building.
that's the Arius weapon
Yeah,
in the
Arius, you're
train
thinking
graveyard.
Arius.
My bad.
But like, if you didn't steal, the only way you could get another weapon for Cloud is waiting until after Midgar.
Yeah.
Which
So-
was cool because the Buster Sword was badass.
Yeah, but I
so-
mean, obviously they're not doing that in this game because they realize that Cloud needs the other weapons.
Well, you see in the trailer,
That he
Cloud
has-
has the Heart Edge.
yeah.
It looks like right before the Airbuster fight.
Yeah.
So they're. It looks like they're pushing a bunch of shit forward.
How do you guys think Materia is going to work?
well, I
kind
think
of
they've
explained
kind of
it,
already.
right?
Yeah, they already.
Well, I'm talking
explained
about
it.
how is it?
It's
going to
show
like,
equipped in your fucking armor and
which is cool.
No, not
It's
your armor,
sick.
actually, just the weapons.
just weapons.
Yeah.
But that is cool.
That is sick.
Yeah.
I wonder how they're going to do it. With
It's
Red
gonna
13,
gonna be
'cause
it's gonna
his
be
weapon is
turn based.
literally a hair clip.
Yeah, it's
You're gonna have you're gonna have MP. I don't know if it's confirmed, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be like 15 where it builds up. I think you're going to need MP healing items, and then it's going to be just part of the turn-based part of the battle.
Yeah,
like,
When
I'm
your
more
ATB
referring
bar
to,
goes up, you get to choose.
yeah, using
Materia.
magic uses an ATB.
I'm kind of more
charge.
like thinking about like the outside material, like the yellows and the blues.
Yeah.
twins.
Like that's kind of I'm interested to see how they really tackle that because it looks like you don't like obviously the green ones are going to be self-explanatory, but
What are you looking at? But
Come for me.
Yeah, sure.
You can't come and then eat
Thank
beefaroni.
you. I just needed to hear Keith's voice for a second. Since we're
Yeah.
missing
I
him.
think he's here. I wonder if he just lost the fucking dog. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, how are they gonna do?
like because the command material is kind of weird. Like in the like if
Yellow?
you think about it in the yellow material like death blow, obviously steel will probably be self-explanatory, but like double cut, enemy skill, like all that kind of crap. Like,
Some
I'm
of that
just
shit might just turn into support instead. Or well,
No, it's
actually
gotta
no.
be.
I guess double cut makes sense. Well, no, because your attacks you're
Exactly.
you're
Like, that's what I'm
mashing.
saying. Like, there's
you're
some
mashing
things
the
that is,
square
like,
button.
Like those kind of
Shit
materia.
like that will probably change. That's a good thing to bring up. I think it will.
Unless they just make it like a passive materia where you just do like double the amount of attacks when you're not in the turn-based thing.
Well,
like I could see them doing something like that.
Enemy
But-
skill
Or your
and death
damage
blow
is
makes
double?
sense. Enemy skill and death blow makes sense. Like they'll probably be separate abilities, like your braver and whatever is.
Yeah, that's true. They could do that.
But things like attached materia. Well, I mean, I guess for like blue materia, if you put all on a fire, you're obviously gonna hit everything on the screen. What else? Like added effect and stuff. Maybe that'll add. You do like added effect fire. It'll actually make your basic like spamming square attacks have like a fire elemental.
So if an enemy's weak to fire, then your
Yeah.
basic attacks do a little more or something like that.
Like they do have endless options with this crap because obviously they're not just going to limit themselves to just the material that's in the
There's
game.
so much
I mean, they have
fucking
so much crap
speculation.
that they can add to it now with
Yeah.
this new battle system. I mean, the options are endless, and no one's going to know until the game actually comes out how
Yeah,
fucking
but it's-
ridiculous this game is going to be.
Obviously, we've fucking spent like a good hour, or well, only like a half an hour, but
yeah,
even so,
40,
like,
43
speculation.
minutes.
Even then, we're spending like 40 minutes talking about a trailer. Like that's
Yeah.
how like
A pretty extensive
It
trailer
is
though.
extensive, but-
They came with like not only long trailers, like two long or one decently long trailer, like a minute, a little over a minute, and then the other one they expanded it completely. Then they showed the whole entire fucking Scorpion
Which-
boss battle at the end
insane.
of the first reactor.
I like almost
God,
nutted just
yeah.
watching that shit.
I told you I watched it like the whole conference like 8 times. 7. I might be on 7. I'll make
Like
it 8
they
when I
took
get
such
home
a
tonight.
simple boss of the guard scorpion. Don't attack with its tail up, and they made it jump on walls, shoot missiles that you have to hide behind terrain.
You
like,
attack its
You
asshole.
attack its asshole. Like you, it's
Yeah,
fucking- like,
we're not going to talk about that.
listen. Everybody
in the
knows.
Barrett, toss it salad.
Everybody knows that if there's a weak spot on a giant monster, it's
gonna be the
one of the
asshole.
It's gonna be the asshole.
and
there it is.
the fact that during the boss fight they revealed that Cloud and Barrett both fucking drop F and S bombs.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
curse
they're
and they
fucking-
talk.
I didn't
they
hear
do-
the F bomb. I
they
heard the
have-
S bomb.
They did. I don't know if they dropped an F bomb, but they also like they did reveal that they have.
Cloud was like, "Shit!"
Like mid combat banter. Like that was one of my favorite parts about Final
Yeah.
Fantasy 15. Like
Yeah.
hearing all the
I think they're going to be
characters-
having that even when they're just traveling.
Yeah, I know,
maybe,
but that
too.
was, like,
Although I
that's
did see
something they-
Cloud walking by himself in a lot of the trailers.
Yeah.
So are they going to do the everybody morphs into Cloud and
I
Cloud
don't
is
think
just
so.
the-
I think
It almost looked like it.
it
but,
looked like that was probably the part where he's not with anybody. Like
Yeah,
when he's trying to
actually,
get
you're
back
right.
on the train.
like when he's
Yeah.
running around by himself.
But like just the fact that you're gonna have characters and you're gonna like that was one of my favorite parts about 15. You only played as Noctis, but you had these other 3 characters and they were constantly talking to each other.
Yeah.
Like even as you were just driving, I mean there was so much.
I think they're
going
gonna
to
do that with
I know, and I'm excited about it because there's so much backstory with these characters.
Barrett be like, so what do you think about Eris, huh?
Like I actually,
I don't know, man. Just pay me my money. Let's just finish
Good.
the job.
Good
Like,
Barrett.
I
impression.
actually think that Final Fantasy VII did a very good job in the original game of fleshing out some of their secondary characters, more so than a lot of their other installments. And just the fact that they can expand on that and give these characters personality more than just
Biggs,
Cloud.
Wedge, and Jesse.
yeah. But like
It's gonna
Tifa
be cool.
and Barrett and
They're still going with that really racist theme for Barrett, so that's
hey, he's got to
funny.
be black. He looks fucking awesome. I'm
He's
saying
got a
like
sound look and act like
he
fucking
looks
Mr.
like a
T.
guy you do
What
not
in the
want to
hell?
fuck with. Like you walked up on him in prison, he would fuck you in the ass.
Yeah,
That, like,
just like that same
no way anybody's
racial
fucking him in the ass.
Get away, motherfucker! I'm
No,
gonna shoot you.
I am. The one thing I'm interested about Barrett is how they're gonna make you have his scissors and have that as his attack, his fucking atomic scissors.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, in the cannonball, the
Yeah.
fucking
or
cannonball
like
one.
Cloud with his like nail bat and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, where do you get the nail bat instead?
Oh, it was one of the joke weapons. Like you know, how Sid had the mop.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I do remember the mop.
I hope they
The
keep
mop
those
might have
things
been
in
one of the
game.
only joke weapons I ever got.
Every character had one. Like Barrett's, I think actually was the cannonball, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh well, I always got
Yeah.
that because that one
Like-
you were always. But that one was a useful weapon.
Yeah, I mean,
Like at the
their-
time
their
when you got it,
jokeness
it
of-
did higher damage than the weapon
Their
you were.
jokeness of it were the fact that they didn't have materia slots. That was like that what
Oh,
defined
yeah.
them as a joke weapon. None of them had materia slots.
Yeah.
But like
Really?
I hope that they keep those weapons.
Cannonball
in the
had no
game.
materia slots.
If that was his joke weapon, then yes, because I know the nail bat and the mop did not have materia slots.
Yeah, I'm not
Either
gonna
they
Google
didn't
this
have
right now.
materia slots or they had materia slots and they gained no AP. It was one or the other.
Yeah.
I got
sounds
you.
about
That
right.
makes-
Yeah, because they did want people to see them. And
Although I
and
proved you wrong on a Nerdcast before.
you have the nerd. Listen, the nerd article is not infallible. I am still mortal. I am confined to the mortal brain that is in this body, this vessel.
If I fall drunk down the stairs, I might fucking die.
Yeah. My mortal vessel is still intact. It's just the Nerdicle's mind. It does come out every once in a while.
All right,
and
so
it can be wrong.
I think 45 minutes is good on set. We can move on because I want to bring up something about Chrono Trigger real quick anyways, then we can move on to the rest of
Getting
E3.
hard now.
You can't come and then eat beefaroni.